Hello and welcome to Online Calc 2. I'll be your instructor, Rob Grandal. The purpose of this video is just to run through quick bullet points of how the course is laid out. All this info is in text form in Canvas, but I thought I'd save you some reading for now and just give you the basic layout. So a typical week, you would start off by watching lecture videos over the material for that week. And they'll be in this format, so it'll be me talking, and just like I would in a face-to-face class, writing my notes here. And then when you're watching those videos, behave just like you would in a face-to-face class. Have your notes out, take notes, have the book open so you can refer to that. And then after watching the videos and taking notes on those, you have online homework. So this is from the publisher. MyMathLab is what it's called, and the first time you click on an assignment, it'll walk you through the registration process. If you took Calc 1 online out of the same textbook and had to register, you don't have to pay again. Basically, one payment covers online for Calc 1, 2, and 3 in that Thomas Calculus textbook. So if you're new to MyMathLab out of this textbook, you'll have to pay that fee for the online access. But you do that through Canvas. You don't have to go to any other website for that. The assignments will be in Canvas. So you'll work through the online homework. And in either of these cases, the videos are the online homework. This would apply in both cases. There's a discussion thread. And all this really is a chance for you to ask questions in a public way so we can clear up any misunderstandings from videos or homework or anything. By doing it in a public discussion, the same question doesn't have to get answered over and over again. You can see the questions in there. So at any point in this process, feel free to ask a question in the discussion. After you've worked through the online homework, there's usually a couple of textbook exercises. And the purpose of these is not so much to test your understanding. They will be on the simpler side of problems. Really, the online homework is your chance to practice and really solidify your understanding. These are just for my purposes of seeing your written work. The downside to online homework is I don't get to see your argumentation. So a lot of what we do in here involves making an argument based on theorems and establishing what's true and what's not true. So it's more than just arriving at some number answer. So I need to see if you're making these arguments clearly. Is your writing clear? Are you using the notation properly? So these I grade more as a critique. It's not going to be a right or wrong. I'm going to make notes. It gives you a really good idea of how I expect you to respond on a paper and pencil test when you actually take the exam. So this is my chance to give you feedback on your style and clarity and those sorts of things. So those will be quick, a couple of those after you've done everything else. These, since they are paper and pencil, you'll scan them either with your phone or a scanner or whatever as a PDF, and you'll turn it in to me through a shared Google Drive folder. And there's instructions in Canvas about exactly how I want you to do that. There will also be a couple of quick concept questions. I call it a concept quiz. This is more towards, do we understand why the stuff is true that we're doing? So it's not, these aren't computational things. These aren't really techniques. These are, do we understand the underlying idea of why these things are the way they are, where they're coming from, that sort of thing. And then, and really on any of this stuff, if you have questions, post to the discussion. And then some weeks, there will also be a unit exam, 4 unit exams. On those weeks, you're going to come to campus and go to the testing center and take it at the testing center. Standard paper and pencil type test. You won't be doing anything on a computer for that. Details of that, again, are all in Canvas. But the one thing I would say is if you are taking this course from somewhere far away and coming to campus here to take the test is not feasible, You need to make arrangements as to what testing center you are going to take them at. We have to get that all sorted out and make sure it's an approved testing center and all that. So don't wait until exam week to try and figure that out. Let's get that figured out right away if you're taking your exams somewhere else. And then, of course, so we'll have 4 of these throughout the semester, and then again in the testing center, a paper and pencil cumulative final exam. And so this is sort of your typical week, and then your every once in a while an exam, and then that during final exam week, you'll be able to come in anytime during that week and take the final exam. All the details of the percentages about points distribution and all that are in Canvas. I've set up a discussion purely for this introductory material, so if you don't understand anything about the syllabus or anything you read in Canvas, just post to that Getting Started discussion thread, and I'll answer any questions you have. First things first, get in and click on an online homework assignment in Canvas and go through the registration process. I want to make sure if there's any hiccups there, we can get those ironed out right away. So don't wait until the end of the first week to dive into your homework, which points to just a broader advice I would give you. Online, there's 2 big caveats of online versus face-to-face. One is you really have to watch your time. It's very easy to lose track, and the next thing you know, it's Saturday, and all this is going to take you 15 hours to do at least, and you're not going to just throw that in on a Saturday, trust me. So you need to budget. I would sit down right now, take out a calendar and say, okay, where are these things going to happen in a week for me? Because you're not going to squeeze it in on the weekend. That is just not feasible. So figure out how this is all going to land in your week. Keep on top of that time, and you'll be in good shape. And the other thing is, besides budgeting the time, is you are the one that's really, you have nobody keeping on top of you every day like you would in a face-to-face class, making sure you're where you should be. So you have to monitor yourself until we get to the end of the week and I start to see whether or not you've actually done the material for that week. So read through all the material in Canvas, but this gives you a quick idea of what you're expected to do each week. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know.